Good morning. I'm just gonna get on here and show you what I've been up to. I had found a piece of wood and got it cut, and I did a first layer of paint. This is inexpensive, it's from Walmart, it's Waverly, and painted the base of this in the dark color called Elephant. And once that dried, I went over it with a rainbow paint called Frozen White, just to give it kind of an old plank look, and let that dry. Once it was dried, I sanded it back. I sanded that white back to show the dark gray to come through. And I had planned on using my IOD Iron Orchid Designs plank stamp, but the grain of this wood came through beautifully when I sanded it back. I don't even think it's necessary. Now I'm going to take my Prima transfer and I'm going to apply it on here. Transfers are just the jewelry of a piece of wood or a piece of furniture. It's just something you add for an effect, and they're amazing. They come in all different styles. They take a little elbow work, but once they're on, they're amazing. So I laid this out, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to press it. And this is what you do. And it'll have this nice natural crackle underneath here too. So it looks aged already. And you just start to push on this. I think this is gonna look amazing. It does take a little work. You wanna get an air bubble underneath there if possible. Try to save yourself a little work there. And you just start to go over it like this. Once you put this down, by the way, you have to commit to being down. With Prima, they're very tacky and sticky. So once you have a placement, push it down and be done with it. Don't move it. Don't try to re-lift it, because if you do, you will probably end up losing part of your transfer, because they're, like I said, very sticky on the back of them. Some, like Iron Orchid transfers, they're not quite as tacky on the back of them. So you can lay them down and sometimes lift them a few times and place them exactly where you think you want them. But sometimes you just kind of got to commit. Once you do it, just do it. Let's see if we're getting any pulled off here. You can just gently lift, and you can see where you need to push harder. Hopefully my coffee isn't spilling down there. Let me move my coffee. Drink some coffee. I've been fighting a terrible sinus infection and bronchitis. This is like my, I think like my 18th day or something. It's like, I don't think it's ever gonna go away. So anyways, I thought I would pop on here and kind of give you an idea of transfers. I'm thinking about holding some classes up at the Urban Sew Shop and having some transfer choices. And we would work on a piece of wood like this, or we would just come up with some ideas, and maybe you guys would be interested in trying your hand at some transfers. So let's see here. See that? Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. This is exactly what I had in my mind. Once you start doing these transfers, it becomes quickly addictive. And you never look at anything the same. You're like, okay, what could I add that to? I've actually seen them, your food mixers, those expensive food mixers. I've seen people add them to those and make them so unique for your kitchen. I've seen them add them to windows. You can add them to almost anything you can think of. See that? It's crazy. So, okay, this will take some time. I just wanted to pop on here again and tell you again. So what I did originally was, this was just a plain piece of wood, and I went over it with a nice, pretty decent coat of Elephant Gray. Let that dry. Came back over it with Rainbow's Frozen White. I let that dry. And then I took, it was a 100 piece of sandpaper and just kind of sanded back so that I could get that gray coming through the white so it looked aged. And once that was done, I cleaned off all that sawdust that was still left behind, came in and laid this down and decided where I wanted to place it, committed, and now I'm putting it on. So I'll come back on here in a little bit and show you the finished product. Since you can see, you want to get an air bubble underneath there and just keep rubbing. And then we'll go from there and I'll let you see the finished product. Have a great day. Bye.